What's up? Ogadi Top in the building. Subscribe to Sawa Media. Faith Branding Yasuba in the building. Si umejua? Welo only. That's what's up.
Photocopy.
Of course. It's not the original. It can never be.
Yeah.
Because of the whole left.
Yeah. Still, we are at Safi Media launch, and we have the guests. Mkiangalia vizuri, yeye ndo guest wa leo. Mwangalie vizuri. You are the guest. Actually, kuna hadi nini poster
yangu.
Hujaona?
No, sijaona.
Kwani wewe?
I'm just Ogadi Top. I'm just one of the guests.
Yes, one of
the guests. There. Sema one of. Hapana.
Actually,
introduce your to tena.
Yes.
But let us tell you where you are.
I know, lakini I'm not the guest. I was not invited as the guest. I was invited as a by the. Akuku is my brother. Anambia bro. Next Friday, when I book last Friday. Next Friday, I launch usikose. So then he called me today morning. I was like, yeah, bro, niko na mambo mingi ba nikumbushe tena 4 p.m. 4 p.m. nikapata Munez sijui anaenda wapi, Omosha ako wapi. The team is not even fully here, but I had to come through for Cooks, the man. But ingekuwa chief guest. Singevaa hivi. Unafikiri hii duve hii.
Umerepresent
Batman.
Yeah, Batman amekuvalisha leo.
No, hii nimevaa tu. Hii ni Sharon alitengenezanga nikienda nayo kwa ile show ya Prince Inda. So I've never worn it again. Alafu trial nilipeana. So nimemixan.
Match.
Alafu hizi babuti pia hizi pia Sharon alibai. Yeah, no iko tu sawa. Basi sasa unajua pia toka ni join Illuminati. Si mnaona ile triangle hapa muioni? Yeah, I'm good. How you guys mkwaje?
Tuko fresh.
Asante, good to see you guys as well. Naona siku hizi watu online media wameimprove sana. Luku zenyu ni sawa. Siku hizi hata tukisimama hapa watu wananukia tu vizuri. Kuna time online media ikianza. Ulikuwa unakaa hivyo reaction. Lakini sasa huwezi ambia mtu juu ukiambia mtu useme kuongelesha saa hiyo. But siku hizi ona venye mko check even the ones who are recording us, even the guys. And then they've also known most media guys they are supposed to wear black or darker shades so that you are not visible because you are there to record what is happening, not to be seen. Unapatanga saa ingine Trudy ameingia hapo na nguo ya yellow, unajua ni mkamba. Yeah. And I represent uko like Trudy, you're supposed to be in black. Yeah, but iko tu sawa. Yeah, so you guys have improved. I love it. Even you are the image put together in a very short time is improvement. Asanteni, good stuff. Keep going. Yeah.
So today we are here to support Akuku Danger, who is a very good friend.
Yeah, bo.
And kufungua media house not easy. You are there, you've been there.
Yeah.
Maybe how does that make you feel? And also, what can you tell Akuku on that?
I feel challenged, man. Akuku, unajua when the last born brother anapiga boma, na mzee hajapiga boma. So I've told Akuku this move, I've not been able to do it. I'm here to launch Obinna TV Studios, but it's already running. So myself, I think the way we approach things are different. Me, my approach is I try, then it works, then una. Yeah. So Akuku najua ame-launch yake ndo sasa anataka kutry. So sahi baada ana ile experience ya Trudy, ana experience yako, ana experience yake na Matindina and the rest, but ina come. But it's a good step. There are different ways of killing a rat. It's a good step. Let's do it. Let's launch our media houses. The future is digital, and it's young people employing young people. So now you see this is a new guy, young guy owning a whole media house. Tomorrow ni mtu mwingine. Hivyo tunaendelea. Tukingoja wazee tuandike kazi, itaturamba.
Obinna, maybe unaweza kumwambia advice gani ya Akuku Danger as a friend?
Don't give up. The simple advice, you've started, don't give up. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very rocky. You'll a commentator. You go back to the drawing board, you draw, you relaunch. Never, ever stop. It's not going to be easy. Maybe, anafikiri na kwa rahisi, but Akuku has been very resilient, even with his life and his career as a comedian. So he knows. So it's not gonna be easy, and for every other person who's watching this thing and you want to join the digital space, atiwacha tafuta tu simu tu ni record. Napatanga watu wengine wanadiema wanaambia Obinna, maze mimi ni mnoma ni tu smartphone maze nikuwe na media yangu. It's not that easy. It's not all about the smartphone. There's a reason why Trudy keeps showing up even if it doesn't work. Unaingia unatukanwa, you just keep showing up. It happens. Yeah, you get a lot of stray bullets, you get a lot of hate. Sometimes si tunawanyima interview, but hivyo ndo venye iko.
Mbona mnae wewe hujaitu nyima.
No, nimenyima Trudy. But yeah.
Lakini nilielewa hata amechoka.
Lakini anyima.
Kuna sometimes umechoka man, so like, and then also sometimes before I started putting you guys on check, most media people wanted to, they were looking for stupid headlines. Yeah, wacha nitafute tu Obinna nataka kutafuta kitu atasema wrong alafu hiyo ndio headline alafu isonge. But how many times will you look for negative news so that you can sell? And I told the guys, there's another option of just positive news, just pass the message. Hey, Trace imefanyika, wasanii wale kama kashina awards, Bien aka perform aka kill. Forget about nani alipoteza sauti kwa stage. Yes, focus on nani mwenye aliokolea. You see, look at the glass half full. And so far so good. I see few of the negative headlines. Apart from TikTok. TikTok now is another space alone. TikTok is the ghetto. TikTok hakuna unapatana na mtu wako andudhi huko, na mamako ako huko, nyanyako ako huko, sistako ako huko, babako ako huko. TikTok imebeba kila msee, so hao wacha wajipange tu pole pole, but we are moving on swiftly.
Talking about Bien, of course, our bro represented us very well.
Yeah.
What can you say? What can you tell him?
Bien is fire, man. I said it on Obinna TV updates. Kwanza Jackie yako invitiwa. Hata Jackie nalini. Nice. Bado ni Obinna TV network.
Inafanya kazi.
Nafanya kwa Obinna TV studios. So, ametumana basi bwanake yako. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Let me not get into personal issues. However, Bien is a killer. Bien is amazingly talented. He's a trailblazer. He's the people who are paving the way in the music industry, even in entertainment. Alianza kitambo, ni msako na experience. Hakuna stage dhani ule msako haja perform. So when he went to Tanzania, he held it down, akaokolea wase kadhaa huko. I personally loved it and I appreciated it. And I said the only thing that Bien anafanya ina cost kidogo ni humility. Awachana na hizo humility. Showbiz wants showbiz. For example, kama Alikiba na Diamond, they are more or less the same thing. But Alikiba na kwa zile kaka braza wajua bwana, mambo kidogo tu acha niimbe. Diamond ameingia hapa na kelele nini, amefanya kitu na Zuchu, leo ameachana na Zuchu, kesho wako pamoja nini, then you're paying attention because it's showbiz. He's giving you a show and that is how he gets the business. You might find now Diamond has more money than Alikiba, not necessarily because he might be talented than Alikiba, but because he knows how to bring the show and convert the business. Sasa unaona for example Bien angekuwa sasa pia labda anaishi kwa nyumba kama ya Calligraph. Ama labda anaishi huko, but Bien akona zile za mazee hakuna haja, wacha tuimbe tutulie. Bien atava kitu kama hii nimevaa. But sasa hizi ingekuwa ni Diamond amekama chama nini umeongeza, be a little bit extra. Bien extra pressure. Weka extra pressure, wakanyage shingo. Talanta iko, experience iko. Tupatie show. Wacha tuone sasa Bien akiingia mahali nasema kwani kumekuaje? Usikue mhambo tu ile ati nini. Ingia na kelele mbwe. Make noise.
Unaona a lot of artists wanafinyiliwa huku kila mtu anasema Kenyans hatujui kusupport sijui nini, ndio unaona actors hadi wanatoroka wanaenda majuu. Unaweza ambia nini somebody who is coming up saizi akifikiria that I'll enter this industry only for my industry to reject me?
Okay, it's tough. They might reject you or they might support you. The problem with Kenyans is they have a lot of problems and then they're very exposed. Some countries around East Africa are very much exposed. When you travel there, then you realize why their music sounds a certain way, their celebrities act a certain way. Then ukuja Kenya, unaona wamepandisha ngazi kidogo. Kenyans are very exposed and they're very vocal, even on the digital space. So, wanakuanga very unpredictable. Leo Obinna for president, kesho Obinna must go. Nini wanakuanga hivyo. So ukiingia hapa that you're expecting them to support you, kinaweza kuramba. I always tell people as an artist, do it because it makes you happy. Fanya ujibambe, but look for an alternative means of income. Don't come to the industry as the only source of income. If it works, well. If it doesn't, at least you have a backup. I know a lot of A-list artists who can't even pay their bills. It's not because they are not talented. It's not because Kenyans are not really supporting that much, but venye tu industry iko. Naitwa show moja leo nalipwa, let's say 150. An average Kenyan artist will be paid 150, 200, somewhere there. Bado msame kuletea deal anataka kumpatika kitu. Sasa hiyo kuna DJ wako inafaa mlipe, kuna msame kupiga luku, kuna transport, kama uko na madansa, uko na photographer, uko na videographer, ama mse wako wa reels. By the time aliza alama fans kwa meet pia anakuomba. Bro mazi usituache hivyo. Unalipa 150, by the time nafika huko uko na 50k. Rent na kungoja, uja record the next song, ujafanya video yake, uja market, au ujafanya all of these things. Na mafans bado expect kwa mengine no, mfanya video, hii video ni mbwakni. Umfanya niko umefanya video huko kwa mawingu, umefanya na simu, but they don't know the money that is coming in. You see. Then also most Kenyans like to stream international songs, watu wa nje, watu wa Tanzania nini. So I stream ngoma za kina Costa Ojuang and the rest, and then you expect them to survive off the music. Then gava pia inatukanyaga, inatufinyilia. Like it's a shit show. if you look at the way the system is, the creative economy is not supported as much, even sports and creative arts. So wase wanna survive. Most of us, the money that we're surviving with is not necessarily from entertainment. And I've said this thing many times before. For the comedians who are watching this and content creators, try and shift into being an MC. MCing the Conado. Because every wedding, every Friday there's always a wedding. Saturday there's always a funeral somewhere, there's always a graduation, something. Hizo ma 20, ma 30, ma 50, ma so, collect them. Sisi, strength yetu ni kushikanisha do. You get? Usi-expect ati msia kama afanye usanii leo, then akamati ngoma tu, msia na bills you what, it's very difficult. Yeah.
Obi, tukianza the story as an artist. Tuachane tu na hizi stories zingine. As an artist imekuaje kwa industry?
No, it's been tough. It's been tough. No. Like I always say, my song that guys at least paid attention to was Welo. But that was like 69th video on my YouTube. But I've done other songs with other people on their YouTube. Zingine hata nilidelete nikachana now. But I started kitambo. Myself, I started as a musician. Then when comedy picked, I was like, this is making money. Let me shift. But I've always still done music. Even now, I still do music because I love it. It makes me feel so fulfilled. I'm like, when I'm performing, when I'm recording, when I'm writing, when I'm creating the beats, when I'm collaborating with people, I feel good, I feel alive. But Kenyans are like, wait, back into comedy. You know why? Because that is how they were conditioned. Kenyans are used to one lane. Huyu ni carpenter tu. Huyu ni fundi wa mbao, ni mjengo tu. Huyu ni driver tu. Ukikuwa driver na kuwe Concorde kuna issue. Wewe mbona unaingia kwa Concorde? Kaa kwa space yako. So most Kenyans were conditioned like that. But I kept on doing it and I kept on doing it. And right now I'm seeing a couple of other people also trying to experiment. And I'm like, today you can host.
Yes.
Kesho kwa MC mahali. If you want to do a song, do it if it makes you feel good. I've had some shitty songs that have become so huge. And I've had some amazing songs that nobody's paying attention to. I'm just like, man, Kenya nenda wapi? That's why, as an artist, don't do the things and wait for the response of the fans. Mukipenda sawa. Musipoipenda sawa. Currently, I've done a fire song with Wapenda Muziki. But nice. When they came to the interview and the conversation started, some guys were hating, Then we went to the studio. And the night we went to the studio, I had a lot of mishaps. Nilipata tire burst. Nilikuwa nafika studio, I think it passed 1. We struggled the whole night. But when we were leaving there, we're like, man, this song is fire. Then we did it. I spoke with Leslie, my co-director. And Leslie told me, this song, nataka wase wasikie lyrics, wasikie message. So to release video kwanza as usual. I always do a video, I focus on the next project. So we released a lyric video. And kidogo Nesh was a bit skeptical. It's like, hey, ngoma kidogo, nani. Even the mama was like, hey. Then they started vibing. And then kidogo, the song has just taken a life of its own.
It has gone viral.
Yeah, on
amazing.
TikTok it's amazing. And guys are vibing with it because also the message. And it's a ministry. And now we're doing the video probably next Friday. And we release it. And it doesn't matter how you guys will receive it. That is secondary. But that song is a ministry. And if God receives it, we're good to go. We'll move to the next project.
But do you know people have mentioned about looking for a church to do a video? I don't know if you...
After I went to a couple of churches and I found like a lot of religious people are double-faced. Yeah, they have a lot of hypocrisy. Unaingia kwa church, unauliza wewe ni member wetu, unaenda kwa church gani, sijui kama unaenda kwa church fulani, huwezi fanya hapa. And in my head I'm like, it's ministry. It's a song. Sikiza hata wimbo niambie, hii ngoma huwezi shoot hapo kwa sababu ya message yake. So it was really frustrating, but finally when I did the video, I got a lot of inboxes from now the good ones. Hata Pastor Tia aliniambia nini shoot kwa church yake, nani. We got a couple of churches. Kuja yetu, people started saying videos. Pastor tu amesema ni sawa. But wale the main ones kidogo wako ni hypocrites.
But do you think why people have mixed reactions? They some of them believe like they take it like a love song, like a gospel song. People have mixed reactions on it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have you noticed that? I've noticed, but if your level of understanding is low, it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's gospel.
The song, if you listen to it, even the way we're singing, hakuna kufanana na wewe Jaire. Kwako sitoki, da. Mpaka my verse when I start the verse I say, wengine wanashindana, wengine wanafatana, wanataka kuwa kama wewe. Like the whole song is just about that, but people's understanding. However, the other issue that I've seen other people commenting is, Obinna wewe tuambie, when gospel artist ama ni wewe nini? You know why I'll not tell you that? Because I don't want you to put me in that box that you guys have put a lot of gospel artists. They're afraid to trade. They're walking on eggshells. I'm an artist. I'm a very versatile artist. Today I'll be on a reggae jam. Tomorrow it'll be Lingala. Siku ingine ni rumba. Siku ingine ni ohangla. Siku ingine ni hip hop. Siku ingine kapuka, gengeton, whatever R&B. I'm gonna do them, provided how God puts it in me. Because you know different songs serve different purposes. There are songs that heal people. Kama kuna tu ngoma ile time uko broken, ama uko down, ukisikia inakuinua. That's the way that God works. And there's a reason why an artist will create a song. Si ati wewe imba hivi. Alafu the minute I come out and say I'm a gospel artist, ndaanza kuchungwa hii town. Obinna ameingia kwa club. Na ni gospel artist. Na ni gospel. Okay, I don't take alcohol. I don't do any drugs. But I don't want people to have the freedom to put me in that space. You're not going to put me in that space. That space is only me and my God. So today I'll find a very amazing song that is gospel, that praises God. I'll do it for the goodness of the Lord. Tomorrow I have a good song to praise God's creature. This lady, I want to sing about this lady, how God took time with her. I'll sing about it. Tomorrow I want to do an inspirational song. Tell people don't give up. I'll do it. The other day I want to tell people, hey, let's dance, let's have a good time. I'll do it. Like Welo was about just telling people, let me enjoy life. I've suffered too much. Let go. And then I did Kado. Kado was about this lady who's soup. She's fine. She's, you know. So that's the way I do mine. I don't want people to sit down and start saying, in the gospel. No, I'll not decide. But the fact that God uses different people to minister does not mean that now I have to come out and say, Mimi, I'm a minister. No. But let my life be a ministry. That's not I normally do. Me, I don't want to tell people. Was it an interview I was doing with someone? Was it Wapenda Muziki or someone who was telling me, are you born again? Say if you're born again. And I was like, no. I don't want to tell people. I want you to see God through me. How I interact, no, I stopped because of the hypocrisy. Okay? So, I want you to see how I behaved. You're like, hey, Obinna ameingia, Obinna amesalimia kila mtu mpaka watu wa catering, mpaka security. You're like, now that is God. Because what makes them less of a human being than these other people? So, ndawasalimia, ndawagotea, niaje mko fiti, nini, hivyo. Nipatane na msia ako hapa chini, ako vibaya, niaje, namsikiza, niambia, hey, story, ongea na Omosh, fanya hivi. If someone comes through me, when they leave me, I want them to go like, nyewe, hata kai mtu mi ukichukia, hana noma na mimi. Now that is God working through me. But I mean, kama kuambia sahi kama wenye naonanga some men of God ama women of God. You know God da. But akika pale nyuma, ona cheki kitrudi. Kimekuja na ito heels tunamfinya. I don't want, and a lot of people do that. And not everybody that goes to church to pray. There are people who go to apply pressure. There are people who go to look for husbands, wives. There are people who go to look for a job. There are people who go to pass time. There are people who go to do different things. However, by this last message about the church thing is to the pastors and the worship leaders. There's something I saw somewhere. I don't remember where I read it, but there was someone that was going to sleep in a church. Then akaamshwa, we amuka unalalaje kwa kanisa? Then whoever was the lead that day, whether it was the pastor or reverend or whatever, akasema, no, let them sleep. Maybe this is the place where they find peace. Okay? Wow. So let that message sink in. And it made me realize, usiku unatu msesa ngine msame kamkulala then umeshamuokota. Maybe that is where they find peace. The same way when someone comes and they want to sing in the choir, maybe that's where they find peace. Someone wants to help with cleaning, ushering. Ati mnakata wewe wezi usher kwa sababu tumesikia sijui uko na superstar. I'll walk in like a superstar. If you think I'm not a superstar, that's your perception. But I think I'm a superstar, and I know I'm a superstar. And you have to think like one for you to be one. You have to be delusional. You have to be in that space. Natemanga na Munez nasikia wase, hey, anatembea na bodyguard. Hey, sutembe na uhako. I can afford mine. And he came all the way from Embu, and he's on a salary, and he's paid good money, and he moved. He has a house in Nairobi. He does everything. We know where we've come with him and with him from. So it has nothing to do with your perception. So I'm like, that is your perception. So most Kenyans have not mastered that art. Wako na zile, akikwa ploti watu niangalanga vibaya. Do you think me I care? As you know, mnaendanga hivi kwa job nimefika, kile kidem kingine kimeingia hapo na microphone yake ameshika mbele yangu, alafu zile alikuwa anafanya. Those are minor things. Don't let external forces affect internal peace. It is in your mind. It is in your heart. If you leave your house feeling like the hottest chick in the planet, that's you. Feel like that. No matter what I say, no matter what she says, or any other person matters. So, uta change nini? It's beyond your power. You can't change your height unless when a surgery, which is so much money and whatever. Don't let it bother you. So that is the secret of first harnessing mental health. Stop worrying so much about the external things. Internal. Then when you're internal, now bring the things that you can control. And then be contented with yourself. Myself, every day I live like it's my last day. I will laugh with my kids, I'll play with them, I'll call my mom, I'll vibe with my people, I'll be happy. If I lay down today and I don't wake up tomorrow, today was a good day.
Wow. You're content. Basically.
I'm contented and I'll plan for tomorrow, yes, but I'll not live and saying, kesho nikifika no. Of course I want better life.
Yeah.
I also want a brabus. Yeah, but it doesn't mean I'll not appreciate the demio that I have now.
Yeah.
For now I have a demio. There's someone who did not have the demio.
Yes.
So I appreciate what I have. I live in the present, but I plan for the future. I just don't worry so much about the future. We might not even make it to tomorrow. Anything can happen. Yeah. Do you know that all of us, by the way, I always tell my staff, the close ones to me, we live by the mercies of a few people up there in power. Kesho tu kuna mtu ndamgongea. Nataka chini aseme, hiki kiobina kinajisikianga Rivayala. Na kidogo tu, munaniona, oh, sijui what, Obinna, sijui found nini. Ama, something happened. No, whether I temper the matter or I don't, it might happen or it might not happen. It's because, now, this is what I'm telling you. I'm
example lingine, hiyo ishindwe.
Haya, let me tumia nyingine. Kesho kuna mtu tu kitakamali na niangalia na sema umse, he's becoming too influential. He's going to be a threat in the future. Yeah. Let's set him up with something. Then mnaniona DCI nimebaki bao. Obinna found selling drugs, what, how many kilos of whatever was found in his car. I don't even use drugs. But all Kenyans say, tulijua.
Ndio maana kuna pesa.
Yeah, you see the way when the story happened, Juicy for Sugar Mommy story. I saw it online and I was like, wow. Okay, yeah. And I was like, yeah, good. Watu watafutane, watu wawekwe. It's a very good thing. And I decided not to address it because that is what people are. People always try to find a way to water down your success. Calligraph alijenga nyumba, wakasema amejenga hospitali. Sio maneno. Kama ni hospitali, kama ni supermarket, si ni yake.
Yeah.
Who was he building it for? See, for him. He loved it that way. He wanted it that way. He bought a piece of land, started investing, put his money, built. He sat down and looked at the work of his hands and he was content. He was like, that is an amazing crib. And I'm going to post it on Instagram. And he was not posting to floss. He was posting to show people it is possible from Kayole to Masimba to here. But what do Kenyans do? Wanaangalia machea ya wivu kai supermarket sijui wakamwekea mpaka KFC uko ndani. Same thing. Myself, people have seen I've been in the game for about 13 years. Constantly I improve. I always do this thing for, if I want a nice car, I save, then I trade in the one I'm with, then napanda kiasi. Imekuwa, I've had about, right now it's like maybe over 12 cars. And I'm always like save, na trade in, na ongeza ingine. Na trade in, na ongeza ingine. Hapo, wash. Illuminati. Ilikuwa wash, ikakuwa Illuminati. Mama ilikuwa last. Mama is the last one. When they tried to figure out this, there was another one hapo. Price nini? Kulikuwa na hiyo. Wakasema nimpatia gari ya Uber, wakasema ni 200,000. Wakasema sijui hiyo ni gari madhara watamtaki kupea da. And of late when she has not been driving it, people have been saying, amenyang'anywa gari. Yeah, I'm seeing all of these conversations, but you know it is how they are. They don't believe you can just mean well for someone.
Yeah.
You see, like for example, her, I meant well for her. I still do. And I just gifted her and I supported her career and she became this amazing person. And that was it. Na nikamaliza nikozile, si uko poa mama, wacha tu focus on huyu. Then we atakuwa poa mama, to focus on huyu. And I just mean well. But because Kenyans are so negative, they don't expect anybody can just mean well. Aje sasa, anampea kwani akona mimba yake. Gai, kwani wanakulana. Gai, wanafanya hivi. And that is what they drive. And that's why they keep talking about it. But they don't see the intention behind it. Mm-hmm. And most of us, we let it get back to us. That is the problem.
My last question.
Yeah.
You started a show with Katelo.
Yebo, Zabe.
Amazing, Zabe.
Yeah.
3 episode, ni video 3 saizi mmeweka.
Yeah.
How is it? How is the feeling right now? Kuna kitu umeanza tu and it's really doing
It's amazing. I love the reception. You know, a lot of people wanted it to fail for whatever reasons, because in that space, Demo Facebook was doing it. And our show with Demo Facebook was called The Weekly Show, okay, which is a show that I created. Okay, and why did I create it? When I interviewed her on Obinna Show Live, I noticed she has so much that we can't exhaust on Obinna Show Live. Then Obinna Show Live is Obinna Show Live. It's a conversation with, I interview people, different people. So it's like, let me come up with something for her that will make her shine. And I created a weekly show, and I funded it all through, and we had an agreement with her, and we did it for a period of time, and it served its purpose. And also kwa Kiswahili wanasema nilimleta mjini. You see, I put her on in a way that I introduced her to a couple of people that made her life easier. I took her to a few places. If you look at the interviews, her first experience with the escalator, seafood, bowling, we went for a heated swimming pool, and a lot of other things. I needed her for driving school. All of these things we did so that she can be a woman of repute. Mwenye mtu akimine next time uko like, wewe wachana umrembo anajiunderstand. Because you know, most of the time people like shunning women, like women are not supposed to be empowered in a certain way. But my version with her was like, academic kanoma, but how do we clean up the act? So we did. And when we were cleaning up the act, a lot of people had different inputs. People who didn't have the vision. Wale walikam katikati, wale walimpata sasa ni superstar. So hao ndio sasa ndio kujua sasa kusema venye wanampangia life, wananipangia life, wanatupangia life, wanataka yende. So when the show was no longer happening and we took a pause kidogo, she started Umbea. And it's doing well. It's the same concept, but now she was doing it by herself with Nani MCAD. Now akona Baba County, which is good. And they're killing it. And instead of people supporting, utapata mfano Obinna ataenda huko kuongea mbaya, then fan wake atakuja huko kuongea mbaya. It's the same people. It's the same space. Watch Umbea, enjoy. Come watch Zabe, enjoy. If you don't like Zabe, sawa, watch Umbea. If you don't like Umbea, come watch Zabe. It's the same thing. So I interviewed Katelo. And that time, I was rethinking of what to create something else. And when I interviewed Katelo, I was like, hey, this guy also, Katelo has been funny since he was working in Chipukizi, but hajasafishwa vizuri. You get? So I was like, what if now Katelo joins the whole, this year I'm sufficient about between 5 to 10 different acts. So I was like, instead of just doing one, now let's do a bunch of them. So I sat down with Katelo, I was like, hey, tukafanya interview, we laughed. And everybody in the team just felt, I think we have the right person to fill this space and do something similar. And we sat down, and Katelo has been killing it since. He comes through and everything, and by December, inshallah, he's going to be a very different brand. Ataweza kujisimamia, kujitegemea, take care of his family and everything, and you'll be seeing more of him. And they'll groom him to become an MC and many other things. And the same way, also we have Pamela.
Yes, Pamela.
Also Pamela, I interviewed her, and when I interviewed her, she got a lot of...
People think that the same thing that happened last time with Diamond is going to happen the same tomorrow. Yeah. What can you say about that?
Let's wait and see. But it's good for the showbiz. Hizo kelele ziko poa. Wacha ikue bubbling. Watu sawa ngoja waone Willy Paul anaperform huko. Willy Paul sikumana kwa list.
But anasema yule uchungu ataenda.
No, labda si uchungu. Labda si uchungu. Ni sinema. But wacha ifanyike. Provided we are not fighting amongst ourselves. Then also, if we are fighting amongst ourselves, it is organized. Tumeipanga. Mimi na tuko na beef, lakini mimi na yetu tunatuka beef. Lakini online watu wanajua watu wamechukiana. Iko sawa. Hiyo tunabambishanga nini? Wacha watu wako kuja nitukane, watatudi wakuja nitukane, watu wangu watukane tudi, wakifikiria sisi ni madui, lakini tunatengeneza do. Money is made when there is chaos. When there is peace, there is no money. I'm not saying fight. I'm saying be intentional about the fights. Mupange cinema poa, give people the show. Then you make the business.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Asante Obi. All the best.
Let's do it, man.
Nimefurahi sana.
Asante.
Record video na Obinna.
Piga photo.
A video.